fact script the salt and the sugar. You ever notice how the people who smile the widest are usually the ones sharpening the knife behind their back? Yeah, you've seen it. You've felt it. That moment when someone you trusted, someone you let inside your walls, turned out to be exactly what you were warned about. But here's the thing they don't tell you. The thing that'll save your life if you listen close. Salt looks just like sugar. Identical. Same color, same texture. Same innocent appearance sitting there on the counter. But one nourishes, one destroys. One enhances, one corrodes. And most people, they can't tell the difference until they've already swallowed it. Until it's already burning through their insides. But you're learning. You're starting to taste the difference before it ever touches your tongue. And that scares them, these civilized people. Because once you can identify the salt pretending to be sugar, once you develop that sense, that frequency, you become untouchable. And they can't have that. Let me tell you something about trust that nobody wants to admit. People trust is the oldest con game in human history. It's the original trap, the first betrayal. People, the crack in every empire that ever fell. Because trust requires you to do something absolutely insane. It requires you to believe that another person's self-interest somehow aligns perfectly with yours. That their mask is their real face. That their performance is their truth. And listen, I'm not saying trust doesn't exist. I'm saying real trust is rare. Rarer than you think, or rarer than you've been told. Most of what passes for trust is just transactional convenience dressed up in emotional language. People don't trust you, they use you. They don't love you, they need you. And the moment the need changes, people. The moment the transaction no longer benefits them, watch how fast that sugar turns to salt. You know what the scariest part is? The betrayers don't even know they're betrayers. That's the nightmare frequency you're picking up on now. These people genuinely believe they're good. They genuinely think their intentions matter more than their actions. They'll smile in your face. They'll use all the right words, all the right gestures. These civilized people, all the soft reassurances that make you think you're safe. And maybe in that moment, they even mean it. But intentions are ghosts, brother. Intentions are smoke. What matters is what they do when it costs them something to be loyal. What matters is what they choose when you're being conflicts with their comfort. That's when the salt reveals itself. That's when you taste the bitterness underneath all that sweetness. You've been there. Don't pretend you haven't. You've had the friend who preached loyalty while spreading your secrets. You've had the partner who promised forever while already planning their exit. You've had the family member who weaponized your vulnerability the moment it served their narrative. And each time, you missed the signs at first, didn't you? Because you wanted to believe. These civilized people, because you'd been conditioned to see sugar where there was only salt. Society trains you to ignore your instincts, to doubt your gut. People. To give people chance after chance until you're the one left poisoned. They call it being open-minded. They call it being compassionate. They call it giving people the benefit of the doubt. But what it really is it's slow suicide. These civilized people, it's letting wolves into your house because they showed up wearing sheep costumes, and you didn't want to seem judgmental. Here's what they don't understand about you now. You're not bitter. You're not broken. You're calibrated. Every betrayal, every lie, every performance you fell for, it sharpened something inside you. It tuned your frequency. You started noticing patterns. The way people's words and actions don't quite sync up. The way their eyes shift when they say they've got your back. The way they only show up when the sun is shining, but vanish the second the storm rolls in. You started seeing through the performance. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like learning a magic trick. Once you know how it's done, you can't be fooled by it again. And that awareness, that's what makes you dangerous to them. Because here's the truth they're terrified of. Most people are running cons they don't even realize are cons. They're performing loyalty without feeling it. They're speaking love without meaning it. They're offering friendship as long as it doesn't inconvenience them. And it's not even conscious most of the time. It's just how they're wired. They're NPCs running their programming, saying their lines, playing their roles. But they need you to believe the performance. They need you to see sugar. So you keep giving them access, keep giving them chances, keep giving them pieces of yourself they can use or discard as needed. The moment you stop believing, the moment you see the salt, you take away their power. You close the door. You walk away, and they can't manipulate someone who sees clearly. Look at how they move when you start setting boundaries. Watch what happens when you stop being available on demand. Notice how the mask slips when you no longer serve their needs. The sweet words turn sharp. The concern becomes criticism. The love reveals itself as conditional leverage. They'll call you cold. They'll say you've changed. They'll paint you as the villain in their victim story. And you know what? People, let them. Because their opinion of you was always just a reflection of how useful you were to them. People. The moment you stop being useful, the moment you stop letting them feed off your energy, your resources, your empathy, they had to rewrite the narrative to make themselves the injured party. That's how you know it was always salt. Real sugar doesn't turn bitter the moment you stop consuming it. You're starting to see the game now. How people collect you. How they study you, learn your wounds, your weaknesses, your hopes. And then they store that information like ammunition. These civilized people, not because they're evil masterminds plotting your destruction, but because that's just what people do. They gather intelligence, they assess value, they calculate risk and reward. And if you're not doing the same thing, if you're still out here trusting blindly, sharing freely, believing everyone's performance, you're not enlightened, you're prey. You're the mark. You're the one they laugh about later when they're comparing notes with other predators. Because in their world, your openness isn't beautiful, it's exploitable. Your trust isn't admirable. It's weakness, and they will harvest every piece of you they can until there's nothing left but the hollow echo of who you used to be. But you went into the abyss. You got betrayed enough times that you stopped looking for saviors and started becoming one for yourself. You stopped waiting for people to prove they were trustworthy and started assuming they weren't until they demonstrated otherwise. Consistently over time, with no one watching, with nothing to gain. You flipped the script. You made them earn access instead of just giving it away for free. And yeah, that means you're alone more often now. Yeah, that means your circle got smaller. But let me ask you something. Would you rather have 100 acquaintances who'd throw you under the bus for a good story, or with 3 people who'd go to war for you? Would you rather be popular or protected? Would you rather be liked or respected? The people who cry about you being selective, they're usually the ones who failed your test. The ones who got comfortable when you were open and got hostile when you wised up. They thought they had unlimited access, unlimited chances, unlimited forgiveness. And when you cut them off, when you stopped letting them pour salt in your wounds while calling it healing, they panicked, because losing access to you meant losing whatever they were getting from you. And trust me, they were getting something. Maybe it was your attention, your validation, your resources, your energy, your silence about their flaws, your participation in their delusions. Whatever it was, they needed it. These civilized people. And when you took it away, they showed you exactly who they always were underneath the performance. You know what the most dangerous person is? It's not the obvious enemy. It's not the person who hates you openly. You can see them coming. You can prepare. You can defend. The most dangerous person is the one who looks like a friend. The one who speaks your language, who knows your codes, who has your patterns memorized. The one who studied you not to understand you, but to control you. That's the salt disguised as sugar. That's the poison in the pretty package. That's the knife wrapped in a hug. And the only way to survive them is to stop assuming good intentions and start demanding consistent actions. Stop listening to what they say and start watching what they do when they think you're not looking. Stop forgiving the same betrayals over and over while calling it growth. It's not growth, it's masochism. It's self-destruction with a spiritual excuse. The wolf doesn't apologize for being cautious. The wolf doesn't feel guilty for trusting slowly. The wolf survives because it remembers every trap, people, every hunter, every betrayal. It learns, it adapts, it becomes harder to catch. And yeah, that means it walks alone sometimes. Yeah. That means it doesn't trust the shepherd even when he's offering food. Because the wolf knows the food is bait. The wolf knows the shepherd's kindness is just strategy. The wolf sees through the performance in you. You're becoming the wolf. You're developing that sense, people. That instinct, that ability to smell the trap before you step in it. And the shepherds hate that. The sheep fear that. Because a wolf that can't be tricked is a wolf that can't be controlled. These civilized people, they'll try to shame you back into blindness. They'll call you paranoid. They'll say you have trust issues. People, they'll diagnose you with damage and tell you that you need to heal. These civilized people, which really just means you need to go back to being naive so they can exploit you again. But here's what they're actually saying when they tell you to be more trusting. They're saying, be more vulnerable so I can hurt you easier, people. They're saying lower your guard so I don't have to work as hard to get what I want. They're saying stop being so aware because your awareness makes my manipulation visible. Don't fall for it. People, your caution isn't pathology. Your boundaries aren't damage. Your selectivity isn't brokenness. It's intelligence. It's survival. It's the natural response to living in a world full of people performing loyalty while practicing betrayal. You've learned something they can never take from you. You've learned that isolation is better than bad company. That silence is better than fake conversation. That being alone is better than being surrounded by people who'd sell you out for their next dopamine hit. You've learned to be your own fortress, your own sanctuary, your own source of validation. And that independence, that self-sufficiency, that's what they can't stand. Because people like that, they feed on need. They thrive on dependency. They require you to be incomplete so they can position themselves as the missing piece. But you're not incomplete anymore. You're not looking for someone to complete you. You're whole. You're sufficient. You're dangerous. Because a person who doesn't need anything from anyone can't be controlled by anyone. Salt looks just like sugar until you taste it. And most people never taste it. They just keep consuming, keep trusting. Keep believing the performance until they're so corroded from the inside that they don't even recognize themselves anymore. But you tasted it. You felt the burn. You swallowed the poison and survived. And now you can identify it from across the room. You can sense it in a conversation. You can feel it in the energy before a word is even spoken. That's not damage. That's evolution. That's adaptation. That's what happens when you stop being prey and start being predator. Not predator in the sense that you're hunting others, but predator in the sense that you're no longer hunted. You're no longer the easy target. You're no longer the open door. You're the locked vault. You're the test that most people fail. You're the mirror that reflects their true face back at them, and they hate you for it. So let them hate people. Let them call you cold, closed off, damaged, bitter, paranoid, bull. Whatever they need to call you to justify why they can't access you anymore. Because their words are just noise. Their judgments are just projection. Their narratives are just coping mechanisms for failing your test. You know what you know. You've seen what you've seen. You've survived what you've survived. Pull. And you came out the other side with something most people never develop: discernment. The ability to see through the disguise. The ability to taste the difference between salt and sugar before it ever touches your tongue. That's your superpower now. That's your weapon. That's your shield. And anyone who asks you to lower it, people. Anyone who demands you trust without earning it. Anyone who shames you for being selective. They're showing you exactly what they are. They're revealing themselves as the salt, and you just smile, you just nod, you just walk away. Because you don't argue with salt about being salt. You just stop consuming it. This is your frequency now. This is your calibration. This is what survival looks like after betrayal, not bitter, not broken, just awake, just aware, just done pretending that everyone deserves access to you. They don't. Most people haven't earned the right to know you, let alone influence you, let alone be trusted by you. And that's not cold. That's not cruel. That's just reality. That's just pattern recognition. That's just you finally understanding that your peace is more valuable than their approval. Your boundaries are more important than their comfort. People and your survival requires you to see things as they are, not as you wish they were. Salt looks just like sugar, but you know the difference now, and that knowledge, that's the thing that'll keep you alive while everyone else is still choking on sweetness that was poison all along. Welcome to the other side. Stay sharp,